Begin, I want to talk a little bit about safety and what is needed for doing this type of work. One of the main things you have to worry about is respiratory, your lungs. There are solvents in this product. There are solvents that are used to clean up. One of the important things, if you are in a non-open space, like not outdoors, I'm in a big shop here doing a fairly small project. So I'm not going to be wearing one of these, but what this is a chemical respirator, and it has a cartridge that will filter out all the solvents. And that's what you need if you are working indoors. You don't have a concern about a lack of oxygen, but you do have a concern that you're going to fry your brain cells with the solvents. This is going to protect you from that. The next step of protection, also important when you're doing these jobs, apart from the respirator, when you're doing any grinding, any sanding of fiberglass, you're going to want to use a respirator, or a dust mask I should say, not a respirator. These do not protect you from the solvents. I tend to use this style here. It has an exhale valve that allows me and my glasses to breathe past, not fog them up. It fits nicely around the nose. Most people, if you're not wearing glasses, you can get away with just a regular dust mask. This is a little higher quality than some you'll find out there, but pretty standard. You just want to protect yourself from the particles in the air. They're little glass particles. It's almost like a watered down version of asbestos. You want to avoid breathing that in. Another important concern are your skin and your hands. Your hands being the skin that's most in contact with the fiberglass if you're not protecting them properly. There's different ways you can do that. My favorite is these latex gloves. They are cheap. They are plentiful if you buy a box. And that allows you just to, as your hands get sticky, sweaty, whatever, just to switch them out and get a new set and you're good to go. There are different ones, nitro gloves if you're allergic to latex. They also last a little longer. They're blue but very similar to these. There's also heavy duty rubber gloves. They don't give you as much sensation, but they'll be suitable as well. And so respirator, dust mask, gloves, that's important. Clothing is also important. The main thing with fiberglass is the best way to be safe around it is just not to get it on you, not to breathe it in. Wearing clothing, I'm not showing you a good example here, but what you normally want to wear is long sleeve shirt, full length pants, work pants obviously, something that you don't mind getting dirty. You'd want to wear shoes that you don't mind getting dirty. When you're doing an actual deck, not a sample like this, and you're walking on it, it's going to be a little bit sticky on the bottom. And you just don't want to wear a pair of shoes that you don't mind getting dirty like that. They might get a little bit of resin on them, what have you. And that basically sums up the safety aspects. Obviously, some people are going to have different ideas about safety. Washing yourself off with acetone, yeah, that's okay. I mean, people do it, but chemicals are going into your skin when you're washing yourself off with acetone. The way to protect yourself is to keep it off you in the first place by wearing gloves, clothing, keep it out of your lungs, and then you'll be fine.